Scott and Arver, it's the first show of the year 2024.
Yeah, I'm not done with my holiday yet.
Really? What do you need?
I need more Xbox time.
Oh. All right, you want to take the week off and just do like a clip show?
Okay.
All right, great. Watchalong Wednesday freebies, because we're off today on Pro Wrestling Palskis. Hey, Scott and Arver.
Hey, Jake Lloyd Bacon.
Hello to everybody listening out there in the PWP universe, the P universe, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you and the listeners as well. Hopefully, you got some smooching at midnight, right?
Ooh, smooching at midnight, just me and Bookstore Brown.
Oh, finally. He's been waiting.
Scott and I are not live with the patrons like we usually are because we took a week off for the holidays. Sometimes we take like a whole month off. We just took 1 week off this week.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty good. I think, listen, we did a good job.
Yeah, what are you complaining for?
Yeah. So if I could shut up. All right?
Hey, because maybe
be thankful
maybe you've just been skating by and listening to all this shit for free for years, and you've never contributed a dime to anything, and here we are contributing our dimes, whether we're going across country, we're seeing each other in New York, we're, throughout the past, like if fucking flown to Florida and seen shows, interview wrestlers, all this shit, all this stuff that costs money, and you're like, I'm not paying nothing. Well, fine. Guess what? You know what? Here you go. Here's some other shit we did that we charge money for, and you get it for free, and you get to listen to that because you waited it out. Good for you. It's discounted now, and apparently isn't worth as much.
Yeah, you broke the system, everybody.
Yeah.
Way to go. So since we're taking a week off, we're giving you guys some freebies from the Watchalong Wednesday archive. If you don't know what this is, well, crawl out from under that Dwayne Johnson and see the light of day each and every Wednesday over on our Patreon. Scott and I watch a wrestling match in real time, right alongside you if you're into that sort of thing. And we ruin it by talking through it and just kind of hang out and chat the way that you do when you're watching wrestling with your buddies.
Yeah, and you're our buddies, and we're all watching wrestling together. And if you're a completionist too, and you're like, oh, I've heard all those watch-alongs. Well, this part's new, isn't it? And then we're going to talk in between the episodes, and then we're going to talk at the end of the episode. So it's like, oh, I got to listen to the whole fucking thing again. Yeah.
Yeah, we gotcha. Our advertisers will be thrilled.
Yes.
Oh, what's that? We don't have any advertisers.
Oh, still?
What? No? Manscaped? Didn't they passed on us? No?
Haven't they looked at us? Don't they think we need help?
Yeah, before when you were like, oh, we've given you our dimes, I was thinking, yeah, you and I are nickels at best.
Oh, I'm a scruffy penny, no doubt.
Well, Penny, what's the first Wayback Machine we're getting into?
Well, the first matchup we have in our watch-along series here, we have from Clash of the Champions 7, Terry Funk versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. We recorded this one back on November 1st of this year. We're going to get into as to why and everything like that, but this was certainly a fun one. We're looking for the WCW Clash of the Champions.
Ooh, okay.
7, Guts and Glory.
Oh, alrighty. So I'm on Peacock here in the United States of America.
Yeah, so WCW Clash of the Champions 7, Guts and Glory. It's season 2, episode 3. And the time code we're looking for is 1 hour, 46 minutes, and 7 seconds.
So once again, that was season 2, episode 3. If you're on Peacock, of course, 1 hour, 46 minutes, and 7 seconds find that time code, that episode, hit pause, and then just a moment we will say 3, 2, 1, play. And if you hit play when we hit play, we can all watch this match in perfect unison.
And today we're going to be looking at Terry Funk versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Nice.
So we lost Terry Funk a little while back, and I think this was a top choice amongst Terry Funk matches to watch.
I don't know that I've seen these two in a match before. And it's weird because these are two names that obviously were both huge names at the exact same time, but like I don't even connect the two of them in my mind. And I suppose obviously like Flair is the connective tissue, where I think of Steamboat and Flair, and then I think of Flair and Funk. But I don't join. Well,
Steamboat's tricky because you got to be a bad guy to fight Steamboat.
Right.
Steamboat's forever a good guy. So if you were a good guy and you're in the territory with the time of Steamboat's like, well, shit ain't gonna happen with you too. I mean, very rarely would you have a face versus face for some reason, maybe contendership, but that was so rarely done.
Right.
Because it just often doesn't yield positive net results.
Right.
I know a little bit of story about this because they announced that they're contenders and they're doing like not a tournament necessarily, but they're having a lot of the contenders fight each other, the top 10 contenders for the world champion. And number 10 is Terry Funk. Number 1 is Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Oh, interesting.
So in these Clash of the Champions main events, I think that's what was going on. So I didn't piece together the whole thing, but just know that we have 2 top 10 contenders going at it, I think, to just further their rankings.
Right. The top slot and the bottom slot of the top 10. So still in the top 10, but like,
he's no piece of shit 11.
But it's sort of the way that like playoff brackets work in a lot of sports, where it's like the top 10 teams, like team 1 will face 10, 2 will face 9, 3 will face 8, so forth and so forth.
Yep. They do it in badminton and ping pong, the major sports.
What was that first sport? Badminton? Is that where whoever can sew the worst looking mitten?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then be sure to fit it on your shuttlecock, and then you're good. So going into this, we know that Terry Funk is a bad guy because he's fighting steamboats, and I thought that would be it's a toss up with Terry, right? Like he's fun to watch when he's a good guy, but I fucking love to watch him when he's a bad guy.
I think here's the thing: is that he is. It's fun watching him as a good guy against someone who's like pompous, because he's kind of an everyman, right?
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that very specific scenario, you kind of just want him to be like an insane, mean hillbilly. like that's just the best version of him.
Texas is not hillbillies.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I didn't know. I'm sorry, I'm Vince Russo.
I know you're so East Coast now.
I'm Vince Russo's cousin. We just assume all Texans are hillbillies.
Save that for the people in the hills.
You want to dive in?
I want to dive in.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. Did he say wrestling fans, the following contest? I love that.
Yeah. Because that's what they are.
He's
already
going
to talk to the NASCAR fans?
Funk is already out there. Look at these guys with no shirts on. Are they getting ready to wrestle? Must be hot in there. Number 10 contender. I do like that.
So for this one, there's a big military theme. There's a lot of American flags. It's from June 14th, 1989. It's at Fort Bragg Gym in Fort Bragg.
There, as I was scrolling, I saw that they had
North Carolina.
They had like interviews with like military colonels and stuff I saw earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a very military friendly show, so that we even see a lot of them in the crowd. Yep. They're either participating in the show, being security, or as fans.
Yeah, that's fun.
So
being escorted by military police. He's touting the wrestling hotline. 747-666-5606. I think is what he just said.
Yeah, get into your questions, your comments, whatever you want.
Oh,
Funk,
this is
just
great.
Get in his face right away.
That is so good. God, I love it. I love Terry Funk's little round nose. You ever I just want to honk his little nose. I bet that's the sound.
I want to pull on Ricky's mullet. I love it.
Listen,
He's
you don't
trying
tug
to
on
get at him.
Superman's cape and you don't pull his mullet. Who's this woman? Was she just like some attractive woman in the audience, or was she some local celebrity? Because it seemed like they lingered on her for a while.
Come on, Mr. WWF only fan. That's Ricky's wife.
Oh, was that Lady Steamboat? I don't think I've ever seen her.
She's the only. You never known her?
No, like
I should hope not. She's a married woman.
Biblically.
So I love that Funk, as this was starting, he's trying to get past the ref to get at Steamboat and fight
Maybe
him
try to get a
beforehand.
cheap
But
shot
the
in
ref
there.
like trying to keep him off. Like, no, that's not the fucking match. You can't. You're not allowed to beat people up before a match.
Ref is still trying to
And
separate
even right
them
now,
for some reason. It's like he's stuck in there.
well, because they've been going on the ropes, trying to separate. Start him anew.
I just heard. Is that a young JR I'm listening to?
Yep.
I just
You
heard
can
him
see
say
him by Steamboat's feet.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There. I heard him say Funk and Steamboat, but it just sounded like he said Funk and
Fucking
Steamboat.
chops.
Yeah. I mean,
My new favorite person to sell chops might be Terry Funk.
yeah.
His
the
wince,
arms and the wince. Yeah.
the face especially,
Mm-hmm. So
because he sells it accurately in that it's a different type of pain. It's not a knockout pain.
No.
It's not a punch. It's shooting through his chest. It's stinging.
it's electric. Yeah. It's like being electric. It's like shocked. Oh, those are great. Those are some fun strikes. Little combos. Oh, I'm going to sit out here for a minute.
How it goes.
Brought to you by Coors Light.
Yeah, take notice of that. It's so rare when beer is involved in wrestling shows.
Yeah.
You'd think they go hand in hand, but no, they instead racing. Drinking and driving. Okay, so Funk is refreshed. He's good. He reset.
Oh,
Okay, so
I just heard that.
rankings.
Yep.
Luger is 2.
Sting.
Sting is 3.
Yep. I will say I like that. We've been hearing the term number one contender for years and years now. I want to know more about number 2 contender and number 3 contender. Every now and then, just let us know.
I think there was a hot minute when WWE tried it,
Oh, okay.
and it was quickly gone. And then that's what AEW was supposed to be based all around, and
Of
we're
course.
going to have all that. And then
Wins
that
and
fucking
losses
went away too.
matter here, you guys.
Yeah, we're a real sport.
Like last week's win and loss really mattered. They made a champion
Did.
out of it.
Yeah.
I like that. In this instance, Steamboat is getting, there's a little bit of a personal vendetta here, you can tell, because Steamboat is even trying to get after Funk before he gets in the ring. He's not playing the perpetual babyface who follows all the rules, He's a good guy.
He's got to get the win.
He's a good guy, but he's still in a fight.
This guy keeps leaving. What the fuck?
Exactly.
So now Funk's throwing him out. I like that he gets out on the other side, because
Mm-hmm.
he's like rearing up and doing something
Well-
to not just leave where he threw the guy out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but this is to me, it's like a staging theater thing. It's like, yeah, use more of the space.
100%.
I think there are moments when it's appropriate to immediately go out where the guy went out.
It's also a way to engage that arena in 360. Like I
Mhm.
said, like Terry Funk makes sure everybody's there. He threw Steamboat out, and a bunch of people got to have a moment with Steamboat on the ground and look at him and cheer him. And on the other side, those people who were like, well, fuck, now I can't see Steamboat, got to boo Terry Funk as he came out of the ring. Like, he's literally making sure that between the two of them, they're playing to the entire arena. It's a good, great looking punches.
And I dig his tights.
They're so
Black and
weird.
red.
Yeah, they're odd.
Well, I think with other colors, you would notice that it would be weird that it's like, oh, he's got underwear and then the tights. But since it's black,
You think so? Yeah.
it works for me. It doesn't seem separate and odd.
Right. Ooh, geez, Louise, that neck breaker.
Right on the mullet.
That neck breaker was real mean looking.
Oh,
That's
man.
fun.
Splash
You
to
don't
the
see
upper
that.
back.
While the guy's sitting. You don't see that a lot. Just compress his whole spine. Oh, there's that wince
fucking
again.
face.
Do you want to notice? We
It's
said
so
this.
good.
We said this a couple weeks ago when we talked all about him. Like, he's got such a mug. He's got one of the best mugs in wrestling.
Yes.
And because he's got them big old bulldog jowls, he's just got such a mug on him that he with every expression is like that much bigger on him, you know?
Yeah, because when he's getting those chops, unlike the era that we live in now of the Japanese style that's coming over to America, that everyone's just chopping each other back and forth, and there's no repercussions. It's just happening.
Yeah.
Funk is stunned for a second or two,
Right.
and if Steamboat can capitalize, he can keep chopping or do something else.
Oh.
But if he doesn't, then Funk wakes back up.
Yes, absolutely. You have to seize them. It's like a video game. It's like when the guy's groggy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a moment. What are you gonna do next? And if you wait too long, you're like, oh, I'll do a strong grab. Oh shit, I fucked up. Oh, now he's got me.
Back to the facial performance really quick though, because I have a thought like, oh wait, sorry, I didn't want to talk through what I thought was going to be something
He's still balancing.
insane. Oh my
Jesus
gosh,
Christ.
falls off the apron, but he's too far away now. He's too far away for Steamboat to jump. But is he going to do it? Is he going to do
He's
it anyway?
just camped up there.
He's like, you know how hard it is to get down from here? Wait, he's still going for it. And a big axe handle from the top to the outside. I think it's maybe been just about as long as this show. We've been doing the show together, you and I, but I didn't always have a mustache. That was really new around the time that like you and I kind of met. And
It was part of my contract.
I had to grow a mustache out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
He's just walking him
if
around.
there's anything I learned, this is great. If there's anything I
Talking
learned
about fucking showing him off.
around that time was that if I was a wrestler, I would have to have facial hair because as an actor, all of my expressions I've noticed since growing a mustache are so much more like exacerbated on camera
Mhm.
because of the way that my mustache like reacts to my mouth and my guy and like my smile lines and shit. And I feel like Funk has a little bit of that. Like I think that Funk with no facial hair isn't as expressive as Funk with facial hair because his facial hair
Interesting.
accentuates all of that motion. Like I think facial hair is definitely great for a bad guy wrestler. I think it does a lot of work.
And bleach blonde hair.
Oh, obviously.
Because they all
Yeah.
had it.
Whoop.
So I love that. Before this, he had posted him up for a body slam, walked him around the entire ringside area. People losing their mind. He slammed him. Funk's so hurting out of it. He comes back
do it
in the
again.
ring finally, and then Steamboat says, yeah, I'm dumping you out.
He's happy to take a count out victory.
So Funk is just fucking pissed. He can't get the upper hand on Steamboat. And I think you could dare say Steamboat's a little arrogant.
That's what I'm saying. He's
all
wrestling.
this.
He's not wrestling like a pure, like classic baby face in that sense. He's still in a fight. He's definitely a good guy. If the fans, he's a fan favorite more than he is a baby face, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because he's still wrestling like he's in a fight. He's still got something to prove. He's got a chip on his shoulder. He's not just like the typical woe is me, follow all the rules, baby.
Yeah, because you still got to win.
Exactly.
You got to hold on to your number one contendership.
Plus, you don't want to be beat by the number 10 guy, because what does that do to your rankings?
2.
It does 2 things to your rankings?
Yeah. Knocks it down 1 and then makes you cry in the back.
Whoop. Oh, big pile driver. God damn. I wonder why they got rid of that move. It
Depends
is
on what promotion you work for.
It is terrible. He kicked out. That was weird. The ref, I'm so used to like the modern age, like ref sliding into the first count,
Mhm.
that I thought the ref got to 3 there and then bailed on number 4. That was,
He's a professional.
I do feel like,
Nick Patrick.
yeah, I do feel like the sliding into the count, the 1 count,
Oh.
kind of propped up in prevalence in like the Attitude Era. And now this ref is sliding nowhere because his ass is out.
Yeah, he's been hit by a very sweaty man.
That's a second
Now Funk.
second Irish whip to a corner that the guy went up and over.
And Funk sees that the ref is down and he's got bad things on the mind.
Everybody trying to get a good view. Oh,
Oh, throwing shit.
Throwing popcorn at him. So someone
And
throw
drinks.
a beer at him. Gonna go for a pile driver on the outside.
A running pile driver is what JR called it.
He called it a running. That's smart in JR. When in actuality, he just lost his balance and walked backwards a little bit.
I don't think so. Because if you're doing that with that move, like you got to bail.
Yeah. Well, I think the way to bail.
From what I've seen, Funk would do that on occasion,
like walk backwards,
to give it momentum.
Right. Oh, that makes sense because you're driving the guy downwards and backwards. Yeah.
Yeah, and he did it on the outside, so it's
not much more.
You know, I'm sure the ref would admonish him, maybe even disqualify him because it's like that's too fucked up.
Gonna go for a big suplex into the outside.
And now they've been like Funk as he gets sweats, he's more yoked.
Yeah. He's getting the ref. Come on, ref, get over here and count, you asshole.
Fucking yanking him.
1, 2. No, he still kicks.
Fighting Spirit of Steamboat.
I didn't see that happening. 2, 3. Oh, wait. Oh, I did it again where I got ahead of the count. But still, I like that he immediately went for another one. Now he's just punching him in the head. They're great. These two are great at what they do.
So what's he going to take?
Did he say? He said Steamboat is cannon fodder, he said.
So now Terry Funk going to the top rope. Steamboat's been doing it.
He's not the only one that can fly. No, you can't fly. You're a bad guy.
Dude in mustard shirt's super happy.
See, I was going to say, could you tell your cousin to sit down there, Scott?
Hey, no, he's excited. I'm going to let him stand.
You guys related? Look at the TBS NWA logo in the corner. Oh, that was interesting. I have not seen anybody do that. Just get down low and just punch a guy in the tummy after an Irish whip. That's great.
I mean, it makes sense because he had just given the double knees in the gut, like work that gut.
That's awesome. I love that. He did it again. Like, I think we've seen that kind of thing.
He didn't go down.
Yeah, we've seen that.
Yeah, we've seen that.
But I mean, like literally getting on your knees and just full-fledged punching. Get his ass right back up. Ooh, oh, okay. That's one way to do
gut buster.
A little gut buster. A little wedge buster. Oh, he's so far away. Where are you going? Oh, he's gonna stand up again, do another axe handle.
Oh my God.
Big giant axe handle. Oh. And I love that. That shows you that's how fucking good he was. He was gonna reach and grab him and just smash him like we do a forearm, but he realized that Funk was out of place. Funk didn't know it was coming, and he didn't want to look like an idiot and chase him. So instead, he just went, I'll fucking jump and kick him because I'm that good and that athletic. That was an awesome moment.
And Funk landed on the commentators still.
He's got the microphone. Oh, no, he uses the mic. DQ? Ring the bell. Ring the bell. Disqualification.
Ref admonishes him first.
Yeah, ringing the bell. DQ. I mean, it's kind of a bummer ending because it's such a good match, but again, in this section of the story that I'm sure is occurring, it's great. He couldn't get them, couldn't beat him even through nefarious
within
means.
Character of
but
Funk,
wait a minute,
like he can't get the upper hand.
Here comes the king of the blonde mullets, Luger.
Oh yeah,
and
Funk taking all the accolades.
Luger was number 1, right? You said.
No, Luger is 2. Sting is 3.
Yeah, no. Who's number 1? Oh, no, right. Luke, I'm sorry. Yes. Ricky's 1. Yes.
But coming in for the save. I love that. Yeah, people were cheering, and the Funk, as he left, he's like, got the arms up, like,
I won.
Yeah, I get it.
I beat him. They are chanting for Luger, which is kind of a bummer when you're Ricky. You just got.
No, he came in for the save.
I know, but it's just humorous to me. That's like, they're chanting for him now. We're listening here. If you're not watching along with us, sorry. Luger's got the mic.
He's talking
about his ego.
That I've had too many problems with arrogance and ego.
Look at Steamboat. Oh, he's gonna turn on him. Oh, he's gonna turn on him.
He just helped his buddy.
Oh, he turns on him and he clotheslines him.
Because you made him.
Oh,
I watched this before and he didn't do it. But here you are egging him on.
Shit.
Now you've rewritten history.
Oh no, it's like the Flash. I'm gonna have a different Batman now. Oh no, what? Wait, that was a little bit of a miscommunication, but it's all right. I'll accept it. He did just
punch him in the back.
He just got clotheslined. Oh, not a chair. Luger, what are you doing? Hasn't this man had enough? Although technically he just won his match. He's still a number one contender because he won that match. Ooh, he tried to
I love what Steamboat did.
Yeah, that was great.
Beat up.
He's like
he's trying to ask his friend like, hey, don't,
and then protect the vitals.
Tries to turn away to not get hit in the head and just somewhere that he could take it and gets hit in the back and then
rack.
But to get the sympathy in that way while not looking cowardly.
Absolutely.
I'm weak and don't do this to me now.
Right.
Like I've been through a match. Not I can keep fighting.
I thought we were friends too. There's that,
Ooh, Luger says, there lays your number one contender. Throws the mic down as Steamboat is writhing and like kind of spinning, trying to get up.
Literally it got torture racked.
Yeah.
Oh, but the Stinger's going to come out. Now the Stinger's going to turn on. But that's all right.
I want to be number one.
The Stinger with his little pirate booties.
He's rocking this black and white theme. This didn't last long for Sting, this look right here. The little black rat tail.
He does. He has sort of a white Zorro vibe going on.
Yeah, this is like a Treasure Island on the Las Vegas Strip.
Piratey, yeah, exactly.
Show.
Well, there you go.
So that's that.
I mean, great stuff. God, these guys are so good. There you have it. Funk v Steam. What's the update?
Good news.
What's that?
At the time of this recording, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat is still alive. So
dude.
We got that.
Oh, okay. You did say at the time of this recording. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I can't speak for anybody. I'm not saying that for Luger. I'm not saying that for the guy in the third row. I don't know. I can't. But this is how we like to go and watch, the ones that we love and remember. And I think that was just one of the more fun episodes of doing that. And
I really like revisiting that era with you because I'm just really, it's like ancillary familiarity where I know of the people involved. I know of the general vibe. I know like who the important players were, but I didn't really experience any of it. And so anything that is WCW, NWA, Worlds, the
TNA,
WCCW,
Impact, GFW,
GZW,
New Japan Pro Wrestling,
ICW, IGWDP, ICP, the Insane Clown Posse,
WWF,
PWP,
ECW, SNL,
EC3,
Chicago PD,
BW3,
Law and Order SVU,
STFU.
Most of mine I'm getting from the Peacock home screen.
I was looking behind you and trying to come up with some TMNT. Okay, I got one from you. All right, kids. We're gonna go from two legends, two of the greatest of all time, as in performers, to one of the single greatest gimmick matches that's ever been wrestled.
Yeah, I think this is a... have you gone back and watched this match since the watch along? Have you shown it to anyone in the house? Have you... I should show it. Friends or like Cousin Paul? Have you sent it to Cousin Paul and been like, did you see this?
No, I haven't, but maybe I would be fun to watch this with Alexandra.
So this is one where we talked about on our YouTube. I think you could still find it. You could look up this match in our Patreon, and the link would be there. But we'll also put the link to this match in our Discord, and we'll try to remember to put on like Facebook as well for this episode. But it's there, it's out there, and it's out there. It's Stars versus Donna Del Mondo Moneyball Tournament Finals Tables, Ladders, and Chairs match. We recorded this one back in October 4th, and God, do I just wish we could watch this every week.
This might be the show from now on. It's just us watching this match every week.
That's fine. We might have to do it again if we have the video.
Do you know how there's like Twitter accounts that are like, oh, here's like all of Star Wars minute by minute. And they do like entire podcasts that's like, this is minute 1 of Star Wars. And they just talk about minute 1 of Star Wars.
Really?
And they'll just, and they'll do that for an entire movie. Or they'll do it like a Twitter account where it's like, oh, today we're posting all about this, or we're talking all about this. And it's just, they do like a minute by minute. We should do that for this match. Minute by minute breakdown, comprehensive. We'll interview the people involved. We'll probably get some translators. Here we go.
Who speak shitty match.
Here is the Moneyball Ladders match, or whatever else it was called.
There's a lot. This is something I've been very excited about for quite some time.
Oh.
And now it is here. This is Stars versus Donna Del Mondo.
Okay. What is happening?
Stars, the team of Hazuki, Koguma, and Mayu Iwatani.
Okay.
Versus Donna Del Mondo. That's Julia. Who's been getting a lot of notoriety lately.
Okay.
Mai Sakurai and Thekla. The Moneyball Tournaments Finals Tables, Ladders, and Chairs match.
Wow. Okay. So we're doing TLC. What company is this in?
Moneyball Finals.
The Moneyball Finals. Is there a ball full of money hanging from them? Is like a soccer ball filled with cash?
Not just money. Jewels, crowns.
Wait, really?
Jake, it's a money ball. How would there not be? This is from Stardom Gold Rush from November 19th, 2022. I had been looking for this for quite some time. This was like an iPay-per-view or pay-per-view event. And finally, some wonderful person has posted it online.
Nice.
And so it is now here in as intact as much as it can be. Like, entrances have happened. We're moments before.
Like, it's not like the
bell
full
ringing.
Broadcast with all the
Someone has stolen this and ripped
it.
And like, this is what we got to deal with, because there's just not a clear cut way of getting this. And also, this is the way that everyone else, the listeners, are going to be able to check this out. So the link is there.
Sweet. So you're just going to go right to the 0 point and hit pause.
Yes.
And in just a moment, we'll say 3, 2, 1, play. And if you hit play, when we hit play, we can all watch this in perfect unison.
Mm-hmm.
I always have to do the thing, Scott. I feel like it's part of this presentation.
It is part of the presentation. Expectations.
Favorite. My expectations is that it's going to be insane, but only because I can see this frame 0 on the screen, and it looks like a ring filled with about 47 ladders. The fact that there are also tables and chairs, and that there is a sack of diamonds hanging from the ring. Like, I don't know. This is incredible. But did
any of these ladies,
nope,
ring a bell?
Nope, not familiar.
Heard of any of them?
Yeah, no idea what's going on here.
All right.
Just excited to see some chaos.
Yeah, well, I'd say let's just do it.
Let's dive in.
You might be controlling the volume. I don't know if I can for my phone for this.
Oh, yeah, no, I'll control the volume.
Just be aware.
Yep.
Okay. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, play.
So the bell has just run, or is just about to run?
Yeah, I think the bell is just rung.
Oh, and everybody goes for ladders.
Some big, some small.
And they start fencing with the ladders.
Yeah. As you know, it's a fight. It's a money ball. And it's the finals.
All right. Whoa.
Terry Funk, eat your heart out. Right?
Someone's hurt. I will say that one woman does not look like she's a fighter. Oh, wait. 3 of them. Oh, wait. The 3 that are all just in shirts.
There's the money ball.
Oh, my God. Wait, it got higher.
So there's a button. There's a button, I think, on each of the turnbuckles that the opponents can press, and it'll raise up the money ball, stopping your opposition from being able to easily grab it.
That is a great, very fun premise, and also very frustrating and annoying.
So here we go. So I think that's Julia, who just ran in, the one who's kind of silvery.
Yeah,
and yellow.
Okay, yeah.
The
Unfortunately,
the blonde strands.
while I can see the action.
Yeah,
the resolution is kind of rough.
We've also got some blurred something within the
right.
broadcast,
oh yeah, the logos.
But just like the outfits, you can kind of tell like the
I
silvery.
I feel like that was
blonde.
Asuka there that started the match, and I was like this woman here looks like Asuka to me that just took that DDT.
Okay.
I mean, they definitely didn't waste any time in the big 3-on-3.
No.
Oh, everybody's gathering around to catch her.
As you do, casually.
Oh, that's terrible.
What do you mean? Oh, that's.
Well,
have you ever been in a Japanese women's
I do like that.
TLC match?
I do like that the. No, I haven't.
Look out.
I do like that the other team tried to run away. Oh my God. Who's this woman on the outside too?
Hold on. Wait, let me stand in front of the chairs. Okay, I'm here. Attack.
Oh, and then it goes up.
So no, they
goes
they
down.
have now.
Oh, so it doesn't. I thought it went up when you hold it and then you let go. It comes down, but you have to hit the button.
Well, so now they're lowering it. For themselves.
Shit! So it can go all the way down to the.
Yeah, it's lower, so they're going to be able to easily get it.
Oh no! It broke. That's it. The match is over. Grab the money. What's the point? Gold Rush Challenge.
Rush for the gold.
The ref is saying it doesn't count. You have to get the top of the barrel down, I guess. The bowl, rather. Oh, I wish I spoke Japanese right now.
What did these dumb witches do? They broke the money bowl. That ref is
also taking bumps down there now is really scary. They're like plastic shards, or did it break whole?
That's money.
I'm talking about the bowl that it was in. Did it break whole like a plastic egg on Easter? Do you know what I mean? Like,
yes,
or are there like little broken pieces of very, very sharp plastic?
Ornate diamonds?
I would not want to bump in that ring right now. Fuck that. Oh my God, these poor women.
No, that's the thing, Jake. After this match,
they're not poor at all.
3 of them are going to be rich.
I mean, I think all 6 of them could have been rich if they would have just split all that shit that fell into the ring. What is this, Scott Narver? What the fuck is happening? Why are they still fighting? What do you have to do?
Look at that ref, that greedy son of a bitch going after all that money. He's stealing it.
Why are you setting up a table?
You know, when you're a pet owner, you know that feeling of like you spill a bunch of pet food on the ground and then you have to scoop it up.
But no, all the dogs just come and clean it up and you go, all right, I guess that's your dinner.
Or sometimes when you have the cats too, you're like, I gotta scoop some of this up, and then you inevitably get more like animal hair in it.
Right.
And you're like, well, you guys will deal with that. The ref is helping.
Oh, like he does.
The ref helped to go, yeah, you can.
So this is Stardom, the company that everybody says is an incredible company.
Yeah. Cutting edge.
Is it all like this?
Jake, if it is, count me the fuck in.
I mean, it's not unfun by any means. Like, I get it. Oh, good.
I don't know.
Oh, good.
If
she can grab the half dome and make a little juggernaut helmet out of it.
Yeah. Oh, no.
No, not the half dome.
No, she was so close. And by so close, she had it so clearly in her grasp.
I love the sound that it makes. Although it would have been funnier if it was the sound that it makes when they lowered like a cell in wrestling. Like, I mean, that is hilarious. Oh.
So far, this
big
is
razor's edge right onto the gold. Grab some.
She's got her war paint on.
I mean, I'm not going to lie.
Or she's bad at applying lipstick.
Like, these chicks are all fucking badass. Like, these women are taking ridiculous bumps onto like little buttons. This is like a Lego match. Like, everything in that ring is so painful.
Yeah.
Look at this tiny little table.
What? I'd say even on the outside of the ring for the people watching, it's painful.
I don't know. They seem to be having a good time. I can't tell.
That one lady who got thrown into the chairs.
Posed. What are you doing? Okay.
The ref is there again.
Is helping again.
He's holding the table open. He's steadying it as well. This is a masochist. He's stealing money. He's holding tables so wrestlers can get crippled.
He's clearly been paid off. He's clearly a corrupt
He
official.
paid himself.
Who every time T-shirts get in the ring, I think it's some. Wait a minute.
You know what they're saying right now?
Wait, who are these two people?
Lake or steak?
Who are those two women? Why are they? What did they do?
It's okay. They're wearing T-shirts.
Are they the ring crew that helped? This is absolute. This is. I know why you've been so excited since you found this.
It took you this long to figure it out?
This is insane. And they didn't even go through that table. They didn't try again. They're just like,
There was a time where I looked so frequently for this match, like day after day. And after a while, I gave up.
I do wish the picture
Right on the back of her neck.
I do wish the picture was a little bit clearer so I could make out people's faces.
So you recognize them for later if you go, oh, you're making me watch them again?
I don't know. Also, I kind of want to connect with like what they're doing in their minds right now. Like, because you know that they're going like, all right, I guess we're still doing this. And I kind of wish I could make that, see that happen. Because right now it's just low res. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad. I'd rather have it than not have it.
The ref is helping again. Here,
Well,
let me.
listen.
What are you trying to build? I'm good. I got kids. What are you doing? Some Roblox, some Minecraft? I got this. Yeah, let's get the table in there. Yeah, you put Julia up on there.
I've got an idea.
That's Julia.
I have an idea, Scott.
Tummy slap.
A designated construction helper. Do you know how like sometime when you play like pickup baseball, you have like a designated pitcher and it's like the person who's not on either team and he just pitches the whole game? That could be the person who's in a match like this, who's just there to help hold stuff. That way the ref doesn't have to do it. Where are you going?
Lake or steak?
There is not enough fucking room there. You're going to end up in a lake. You're not even going to make the steak.
Thank God that t-shirted lady is helping. The
What
half
is she
dome that is just
doing?
up there. She's standing there.
Oh, and the other woman gave her a chair.
It's so real.
And then she nearly hit the lady on the outside with it.
Julia flinches, puts her head down, goes like, well, guess you're just going to fucking hit me as hard as you can.
Where are you going? Is this going to be an avalanche style thing? Or is she going to go over and off of it? I'm so afraid for these women's lives right now.
Well, one's already brain dead.
This is dumb. All right. That was better, I guess, than going through it.
She sits up for no reason and then
Because
goes...
do you want to know why? Because she landed on a fucking fake gem from a board game that fell out of the goddamn dome when they broke it for 5 seconds into the match.
So much screaming.
I kind of want to just rewatch the moment that it breaks over and over again. Is there a GIF of that?
Well, it shouldn't come as
Look,
a surprise.
It's just weird. People leaving down the aisle like competitors. She's trying to get the audience engaged.
They're like, no, you broke it. You broke it 2 minutes in.
Everybody get
Let's
together.
all stand here. Oh, she hits
Who
her.
are all of these extra people?
She hits her head. She goes the other way.
Who are all of these extra people that are just helping things?
They're NWO and Bullet Club.
I mean, if you just said they were Bullet Club members, I'd be like, all right, yeah, there are a lot of them.
Look, now it's on the ladder. It's going so low.
The T-shirt gang wins. And
Will
she
they
can't
end
get
this
off.
shit? Will this fucking train wreck be over? I love how no one ever
Oh my
goes to
God.
rehearsal to figure out how to undo
Oh my God.
whatever's hanging. They did it. They got the top half. They did it.
They look very excited.
And she put money in her pocket from when it
from
fell.
earlier.
So she knew, oh, when we win.
I mean, you know what? That's unfortunate. They still need the help holding the ladder up.
Yep. And the crowd goes, huh.
And the crowd goes, Lake, Lake, Lake,
Steak.
Lake.
Steak.
Oh no, there's a split crowd. Oh look, yeah, see, pieces of it broke.
Yeah.
That's so dangerous.
Yeah. Yep. There's only riches in this part, and that
I love that there's like
there's
there's like one set of pearls in there that they got out of like a costume shop vending
That's
machine.
broken
Oh my
more.
God.
Someone watched Squid Game and went, "That's brilliant."
Did they do this in Squid Game? I didn't watch it.
Like a money ball.
Right.
It's filling with money and it's above them, and they went.
How old is this?
This is 2022 November.
This is that recently?
Yeah.
Oh my word, Scott.
Look at they're basking in their riches, in that Burger King crown, and those beads.
They're like, It's like a shopping spree at Claire's.
Look, there's a
A wine glass? Is that a little champagne glass?
Yeah, I'd be crying too if I just took
What's that? Is that a
chair
contract?
shot.
Did she get fired because she lost?
No, that's a brain scan. They figured out like she didn't have one in the first place, and then you took a chair shot to the head.
Oh, do it for the photo. Photo up.
Stupid. Can you say stupid? Stupid.
This is really bad, Scott. I feel bad because we don't watch Stardom stuff, right? And we watch one Stardom thing, and it's all women, and it's terrible. We're not gonna look good like this, but also I'm not gonna lie for the sake of looking good.
No, you
This is
can't.
fucking terrible.
This is terrible. This was discovered on an episode of Botchamania.
You saw this on Botchmania and went, well, we have to watch all of that.
So that was where I'm like, I have to find this match. I have to find this match. Oh my God. What a fucking.
She's crying on the left. She's so happy. This is the behind this. She's so rich. You know how much she's in crippling medical debt. That woman. She's like, this is really going to help me and my children.
Yep. And then these 37 people outside are doing.
They got
they're
fired.
doing bits. They're doing bits. They're like,
I still want to know what is she holding? What's his envelope? It feels like if they lose, then they get handed their
hopefully
termination papers.
Yeah, the walking papers.
They're like, listen, your contract is now terminated. You have 30 days to exit the premises, but we still fully expect you to complete your duties as a pro wrestler.
Can you imagine going live and you're like, I went for the finals, and then your friends going, so how was that thing? What happened? How do you describe to your friends?
I have a question.
Who don't watch wrestling and didn't go with you?
If this was the finals, were all of the matches this match leading up to it? Were they all
they were not all TLC.
Okay, they were
things.
different sorts of money matches.
They were probably all matches
like
of
qualifying.
some kind,
Okay,
qualifying, doing a tournament, and then this was specifically a money ball, tables, ladders, and chairs match.
Well, that shit
because they don't call it TLC because that shit's copyrighted.
That shit was bananas.
BANANA.
Yes. One of the best. One of the bests. Well, Scott, we've given them a taste of the old, real old school. We've given them a taste of the out there, and now we're gonna give them a taste of what some people argue is the greatest era of all time.
Yes, the era of our stats.
Oh, I see what you did there. I was gonna tease what we're watching, but you're like, fuck that shit. Let's talk about nerd stats.
Well, we can do a bit of both because two of the participants in our next match are climbing the ranks pretty high on our watch along stats, which is something that we kind of geek out over. And as you probably, if you listen to the past, like I try and incorporate so many names and faces and genders and races and everything to be represented amongst watch alongs. And sometimes it's under the category of good or bad, but it's like, hey,
sure,
it's there. And it's not always about, oh, well, Bret Hart had all these amazing matches, so we got to watch every single Bret Hart match there is for watch longer. It's easy to fall into the favorites, and we certainly do. And with the addition of you, the listener, winning the Patreon Battle Royal and choosing a match for a watch long, you oftentimes pick favorites, and that's great too, because then that means it's easy. We get to watch an Edge match or an Undertaker match.
It also sort of like ensures that the stats kind of represent popular wrestling, because our audience base would be like, well, this is my favorite guy and I want to watch my favorite guy. And then if a couple people have some of those favorites, or they have crossovers where like, oh, this person's favorite fought that person's favorite, and so that they show up twice, that kind of stuff. I feel like it gives us like a nice honest representation of like, these are the biggest stars. Because when you do look at our top 20, it makes sense. There's nobody up there that I go like, wow, really? We've watched 7 Bastion Booger matches. Like it's not that. It actually does represent the world we're in.
So one of our participants for this next matchup, Mick Foley, is at, you said to subtract 1. So he's number 21.
Oh, got it. So he's not quite in the top 20.
With many people. So he's at 5 matches in our watch along stats, but we have quite a number of competitors at 5 matches.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's probably like the biggest group of matches is like 5 and 6. Well, with the exception of 1. Yeah.
So number 5, with 5 matches is Mick Foley. He's in our next match we're going to be talking about here. And Triple H at 7 is at number 9.
Ooh, he's in the top 10 of all time watched. Oh.
And Stone Cold Steve Austin only at 2.
We've only watched 2 Stone Cold Steve Austin matches?
Yeah. Because it's tricky, because sometimes I feel like, oh, here's a Stone Cold match. Oh, no, we're going to pick him all the time. We're going to watch too many of his. Or it's,
I can
weird.
think of 3 that we've watched, though.
3? Oh, maybe
we've watched
3,
this
I
one.
thought it was only 2.
Oh, we watched this one.
Oh, you're right. It's 3.
Okay, because I was gonna say we watched him at Mania because I think we wanted to rewatch him give McMahon that stunner, right?
No, we didn't do that.
No, we didn't. I thought we did, and then I know we watched him and Foley or Dude Love.
Yes, it's Foley and Dude Love. Dude Love versus Stone Cold Over the Edge,
right?
And then the other one was Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Mr. McMahon.
Oh, right. Yes, I'm sorry.
Yes,
I'm sorry. Yes, it was McMahon. I was right, but it wasn't Mania. It was another instance. Right.
When they could both move.
Yes. What other kind of stats you got for us?
Number one this year, number one of all time, Undertaker, 10 matches right now. He's the first to hit 10. He's the most watched person in our watch along series. So if you're an Undertaker fan, and again, I think one of the most fun ones we've ever done was Undertaker and Goldberg, that match.
Well, because
that was such a fun one to watch.
We just decided to do the inner monologues of both of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jeff Hardy at number 9. He's an easy watch along contender because they're only extremes, his matches.
Yeah. And also
they're amazing or they're train wrecks.
He's been in every goddamn company. He's everywhere. The guy is literally everywhere.
So he's at 9. And then tied for 3rd, we have Randy Orton at 8 and The Rock at 8.
Yeah. I mean, this makes sense. None of these are surprising.
And let me see. I was going to look at who has the most matches in 2023.
Oh, that we just watched last year.
Yeah. So The Rock has 3, Bryan Danielson and Christian.
Oh, wow.
So 3 of them at 3 matches.
I'm surprised that we haven't watched more Christian, considering how much you and I both love Christian.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not surprised at the other 2. Still, it's a lot within 1 year.
It is a lot within 1 year. We still have
52 matches a year. You figure we do?
We have the 5 people that we've watched a match of theirs every year. And that's going to be a hard one to actually let that stat go.
Right. Because at some point, it's going to be like, well, this person's been knocked off it because we didn't do one last year.
Yeah, and that was Hulk Hogan, Jeff Hardy.
Mysterio was one of them, maybe?
Rey Mysterio.
Right, I remember that.
Trish Stratus and Hulk Hogan.
I think did you say Hogan twice?
Did I?
I think you did. I could be wrong.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hulk Hogan.
Oh, okay. Got it.
It's probably The Undertaker.
It's probably The Undertaker.
It is The Undertaker.
It's always The Undertaker. When in doubt,
it's fun. This stuff is fun, and it's always fun to try and think of other people to include or to, get the history of them or see them in action. Like this last year, getting Gorilla Monsoon a match in there and watching him and finding out about the fucking Toxic Turtles.
Right.
And
also, Scott Narver regularly tells me, listeners, that he has to prevent himself from just booking the next 7 years of watch-alongs because he's got so many matches in his pool that he wants to watch. It's very easy for him to be like, okay, this one. But then, you want to include some modern stuff. We want to make sure that we're leaving room for things that might occur in for example, the unfortunate passing of Bray and Terry made some people were like, well, let's watch some of those matches, and you don't want to overbook and then not have room for spontaneity, so to speak. But
unless I just make, in our themed watch-alongs next year, where every month has a theme, where I just go dead.
Wait, what?
This month is dead.
Is that the first time canonically that you've announced that?
Would you call me?
I said, bitch, is that the first time canonically that you have mentioned that in 2024, the Watchalong series will have monthly themes, which means tomorrow's episode of Watchalong Wednesday, if you're listening to this the Tuesday it comes out, will be the first episode of January's theme, which, do you want to say what it is?
Sure. I think you had me say it at the end of our final watch along of the year.
See, I don't remember.
So it was there.
Guys, we do this stuff way out of order.
And I will be happy to mention that, as Jake had said, with the themes of every month, this theme for January in our watch along series will be first impressions.
Ooh, it sounds so fancy.
Well, it is, because it involves a certain company that is the fanciest of them all.
Control your narrative. CYN. See, we didn't do that one in our bit before. Okay, anyways, let's get on with it, shall we?
They don't have that many matches for the month.
Scott, what exactly are we about to throw to, since we've alluded to it a billion times?
Oh, WWE SummerSlam 1999, a triple threat for the ages. Mankind, Triple H, and Stone Cold Steve Austin with special guest referee, the governor of Minnesota, while they're in Minnesota, Jesse Ventura. And this one is also just a main event for all of time, and I think you're going to have a blast.
I have found SummerSlam. What year am I looking for, though, Scotty?
The year you are looking for is 1999, aka season 12. Episode 1.
12, episode 1 of the 1999 SummerSlam.
Do you have any idea of what is on this card, or what might come to be?
No. This would be the era where the pay-per-views, it was like, all right, I watched Raw the next night to figure out what happened after trying to watch it scrambled on my TV the night prior. And then I decided maybe I'll get the tape or the DVD when it comes out, and then I probably ended up not. So there's all.
Was there ever a time you got the replay?
No,
because that was like certainly a time where that was still.
Yeah, it was like, oh, it was only like $25 for the replay or something like that versus like the 60.
Well, and it felt like while you heard about some of the outcomes of the main matches, it still would be. There wasn't so much wrestling that you go, well, I don't care if I watch it or not.
Right.
That you'd still want to see what it is because it showed the stills, and it could still be exciting to watch it from bell to bell.
Right. Absolutely. And it was a lot of that too. It was a lot of me being like, all right, let me hope to get this. But also, depending on how quick some of the stuff came out, if it was coming out on home video, I'd be like, well, the next one is already happening. And once you get so far removed from it, you start like, I don't know.
Not if you're a completionist.
No. What's the time code we're looking for?
Time code we're looking for is 2 hours, 14 minutes, and 5 seconds. That would be just after the opening match of Raw today.
2 hours, 14 minutes, and 5 seconds. So go ahead and
we're at the main event.
Find season 12, episode 1 of SummerSlam 1999 on NBC Peacock. 2 hours, 14 minutes, and 5 seconds. Hit pause right there. And in just a moment, we will say 3, 2, 1, play. And if you hit play when we hit play, we can all watch this match in perfect unison. Scott Narver, I mean, listen, there's a Mick Foley running around as some characters. We've got a Stone Cold running around. There's a Triple H running around. There's an Undertaker running around. There's a Rock running around. This could be anything.
Well, I thought you had it, and then you kept going.
Oh, okay.
Because you had it.
Oh, really? Did I have it like really early? Is it just?
Do you remember what you said?
I think I said Mick Foley, Stone Cold, and Triple H, and The Rock. Is that it? Is that it?
Oh, you went too far. Triple H with China in his corner versus Mankind versus the champion Stone Cold Steve Austin in a triple threat match in Minneapolis, Minnesota of WWE SummerSlam 1999 with special guest referee, the governor, Jesse the Mind Ventura.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I honestly don't know that I've ever seen this match. I know the match, but I don't think I've ever seen it. So I'm excited about this. I think this is one of those pay-per-views that escaped me.
So I was coming back in, way invested in it. Definitely knew Jesse Ventura from before. Was excited for him running for office. Was a fan of him in the movies. Was excited by political change up, so to speak, where not just a wrestler, but it's like, wow, that he fucking talks differently. And all the "my governor could beat up your governor" t-shirts
Sure.
that he was doing shit like that. So this had all the elements. I was super excited. And then later on, there's the DVD they released of it. It was something very short-lived that WWE did. They did alternate commentary tracks.
Oh, interesting.
And I can't remember if they're all picture-in-picture, but they started with everyone coming into the studio. Kevin Kelly was there, and they did an alternate commentary track with Kevin Kelly. And you got this really interesting walking of the line of they're keeping it within the show, within the character.
Right.
And we'll talk about it from
Like a cave.
I
They're
did
keeping
this during the
kayfabe.
match because
Right.
he was distracted. I thought this was going to pay off better. Just keeping it within what was going on, but still being friendly that I'm an employee and I'm here to talk about this match that the fans care a lot about.
Right.
And give my point of view on it, but still in character.
Right. Interesting.
I was really excited for that, but now we've gone the way of, so this match I had a month ago, we planned everything out.
Right, of course, yeah.
We organize it all.
It's the behind the scenes of it more so than the like, oh, here's more material.
Yes.
There's more entertainment material versus like, oh, I want to sit down and I want to watch, Taker and Sean talk through them watching themselves at WrestleMania or some shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a big difference. And if you have, maybe it's on YouTube, or if you have the opportunity to check out any of those commentary tracks, it's worth checking out because it was a fun way of presenting all of it.
That is fun. And by the way, I'm not dogging the alternative because I really love that too.
Yeah. I mean, we want to know and hear all these stories. That's why we got into interviewing people and talking about this shit. But at times, I think they just do it too quickly now.
Right.
That
enough time has passed.
All right. Well, you're still kind of involved in a story with that guy.
Yeah. When we see you, on social media or on a YouTube video behind the scenes, and then you want us to tune in on Monday and watch you, curse the guy out that you were
Cody and Brock may do a thing right now where they're like, oh yeah, we go to Outback Steakhouse every
Right.
Wednesday night. It's like, do you have the match coming up? Stop it.
Right on. Well, I don't need too much. Is there anything that we want to set up? Is there any storyline to set up?
A little bit of story to set up is there was a big back and forth contendership of who was going to face Stone Cold Steve Austin. At one point, Chyna had the contendership to do it. She had fought Triple H and she ended up winning. This is interference galore, like lots of shit going on. And then Triple H is going for it back. And then Mankind is in the mix. And then there is a double count where there's two refs and then Foley won. No, Triple H won. And fine, it's all a triple threat because one of the refs was Shawn Michaels, and I think the other one was Shane McMahon. So there's just a lot of big crazy shit happening for who's going to fight the champion.
Right.
And then they're in Minnesota, and Jesse's newly governor, so he's going to come in and he's telling everybody, I'm not putting up with this. I'm not putting up with that. Getting in the face of Chyna and Triple H, like, you can be there, but if you interfere, you're gone. I'm not putting up with any of your stuff. And Triple H threatening him in return. So all throughout the night too of this show, you see him backstage laying down the rules and talking to each competitor.
Right. So there's a lot of builds to this, which is nice.
Mm-hmm. That Jesse is a major factor in this whole thing.
I love that. I'm ready to dive in.
Expectations?
It's going to be fantastic. My expectation is this is going to be fantastic.
Okay.
You've got three people here all at, I dare I say the peak of their careers. I know that that's arguable for everybody at any given point, but like the peak of
Foley's close to the end.
And the peak,
the first round.
Let's say the peak of their popularity. Let's say that.
Sure.
They're at peak of their popularity. And then you throw in this old legend who's kind of a fucking lunatic, but in the best way possible, and a great mind for the business and a great performer. Yeah, I mean, I'm up.
And he
for
hadn't
it.
been around because when he's around, it's short term, and there's always like, you cool with everybody?
Yes, let's dive into it.
Okay.
Alrighty, you ready?
Yes.
Once again, that time code was 2:14 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, play. God, even in '99, we still had that great light splitting blur that would occur with some of the spotlights when they hit the cameras just right.
Mm-hmm.
I sometimes digital imaging is I don't know. It's nice, but there's a charm that is missing from how good everything looks nowadays.
Yeah.
It
The
removes
natural occurrences of clashing things.
It removes some of the fantasy elements of it. The fact that this doesn't seem like it's real. It's such a spectacle. You know, nowadays it's like, yeah, it looks like I'm right there and I can see it all. This is all just happening.
Why would I go?
Right, yeah.
Jesse getting a big reaction. They're in Minnesota.
Jesse the brain. Yes, of course. Jesse the mind. That drawing. Oh wait, I can hear what he's saying. Wait, who says he's a disgrace?
The media.
Oh, right, because it's like, yeah. Look at this! Look at this politician getting this crowd riled up.
It's like, just wait till you see what Kane does in the future. What I'm doing is pretty damn tame.
You think that I'm bad? Just wait.
This they played into the time of, the long shots of Goldberg coming to the
right. I was going to ask though. This sounds like what has become the Hell in the Cell theme.
Are they doing the dun dun dun?
Yeah, it sounds like it.
It could be. I don't want to crank it up too loud and then blow out the
I did a little bit
audio
of it,
situation, but
maybe not.
Well could be
hard to tell. It was low on my end too.
There certainly might be the expectation of something coming to underscore this element of the competitors coming out, because that was how they played it up back then, taking inspiration from the WCW Goldberg entrance, which I think was a cool thing to do.
Yeah, it was unique. I really loved this combination of the mask with a button-up t-shirt and tie, with this sort of is this technically the Cactus Jack theme, or is that a different theme for Cactus Jack than it was for this Mick Foley theme?
You're talking about the music?
Yeah,
the music is Mankind.
That's the Mankind. No, the Mankind theme was not that. The Mankind theme was the pianos and the orchestra.
No, that's the original Mankind theme.
Yeah.
That's not the Mankind song.
Oh, I thought that once he did the Faces of Foley thing.
Cactus Jack is.
Oh, okay. There it is.
So the insightful Triple H commentary at the time, when he's clearly ripping off Scott Steiner with the
chainmail.
Yeah, that he tells Kevin Kelly like, wearing that thing was it was cold. It was a dumb idea.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Because this is the one and done of this.
Plus, I got caught on the fence like 5 times.
Good. And as you said, the peak of everyone's popularity, China.
I know. I gotta say though, like
the peak of
it. While I think her and Eddie was the best version of this like perfect magic on TV, when it comes to pro wrestling as a spectacle and as an appearance, like these two just look so good together. Like that shot of just them standing there next to each other is just like, fuck, that looks good. That is just like, that's the comic book reality that Vince was so good at creating, of like, this is epic. With the freaking spiky bra and the S&M outfits. It's just ridiculous and great.
The story too of them training through Kowalski together.
Right.
And then him getting there, after a lot of turmoil of doing stuff. And then she eventually gets there, and then they're the act together. They're not split up. They're on screen. Jesse get in the way so he doesn't go and approach Mankind.
Right. He's not gonna jump
and he's already again like now in front of the crowd, like not putting up with your shit with China.
Not gonna jump the bell. Don't you give me no trouble. He points right at her face.
And he said, "What you could do, whatever it is you do, it ends right here in the ring."
Right. God.
And you build that anticipation, so people are going like, "Yeah, that's cool," but wait, where's the? Holy fuck!
It also gives them a little moment where they don't have to do it over this reaction, where we get to tell them about that story.
And look, it's one champion.
It's the champion. Oh, and he's got his smoking skull belt here.
And that's why everybody goes fucking nuts, because there's a person.
How long did he have that smoking skull belt for?
Probably a few months.
Yeah.
Bell ringing. We are going. Vestus on.
Where's Mankind?
Just buying time.
He's just sitting on the stairs. Oh, there we go.
Sneaky.
Getting involved. And is there any sort of they all hate each other, but is there any sort of less bad blood between like Austin and Mankind? So they're really gonna team up here against Triple H. Like, is there any sort of
there's the acknowledgement of they used to be tag team partners and tag team champions, but they didn't really want Foley was cool with it, but Austin didn't like him. Austin doesn't like anybody.
Right.
That's what it is. Oh, and it's the theme kind of throughout this is too like that they say is Jesse's rules.
Right.
You know?
Right.
But yeah, Mankind and Triple H have obviously had their historied battles, and everybody's just kind of at odds.
Right.
Even though Mankind is the friendlier guy, and even right now he's not attacking Austin.
Right. Yeah, they're talking about double teams and stuff. I will say this. This is something that I don't feel like happens in modern wrestling in the psychology anymore. No. And that is, let me say what it is. Maybe you're not sure if this is great.
Goes for the hug, like, hey, we did good together.
This is what I was gonna say. This is what doesn't happen is there is a buildup where we want to see a guy that we're booing get their comeuppance, and it's built up to this big match. And back in the day, the match would immediately start with the babyface on their ass, and the audience would be so thrilled because they've waited for this moment. It's not about just building to the end of the match where the babyface maybe gets the victory over the bad guy, but it's like the match is here and it's happening right now. The guy we want to see get his ass kicked is getting his ass kicked, and that's how the match starts. I feel like they used to do that all the time. And then you suck all the air out of that match by having the heel get ahead. And now you're toying with the emotions, where I feel like most matches nowadays immediately start with the heel coming out on top, which I don't think is good psychology. I think that it's way better if you give them what they came to see. You give them a taste of it right off of the bat and then take it away from them.
I agree. And I feel like the other thing that, because I'm not a big fan of the multi-man matches when there's no elimination.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that, about your rules here.
But what I like about this is, because the thing that happens now, because we are more in the to take from a broken Matt Hardy, we have more spot monkeys now, right? Like we have, we got to set this thing up. Oh, I want to do this cool move.
Right.
This is still grounded as we're watching at this point. No spoilers coming forward, but we're watching the psychology of all these things make sense. Everyone's still at play.
Right.
Yeah, someone gets knocked down for a little bit, but Austin goes right after Triple H. China's now going after Mankind because he was left alone. So all of our players are still in action. They're not just
no one's
off with 0 hit points or no stamina in the wrestling video games.
Right. Nobody's out there crocodiling just with their eyes over the mat.
So there's stuff going on everywhere, but now Triple H has cheated because China had, if she was going to beat up Mankind, great. That's great for them.
Now here's
Jesse was distracted, so instead Triple H hits Austin with a chair to the knee.
Right, but I guess the question is...
And now Jesse's go, did you fucking whack him with the knee like the Illuminati?
And the question is there DQ? And is it because of Jesse Ventura's involvement where it's like, oh, Jesse Ventura is being like, yeah, maybe there's no DQ in this match, but it doesn't mean I'm going to let you hit him with a chair, or I'm not going to let you use a weapon. Like, is it more about not getting caught by Jesse? But at the end of the day, if they do, can Jesse do anything about it?
Yeah, he's the ref.
Yeah, right. So I think that
is because while the ref has been fucking watered down so much these days, where referee just counts a pinfall or counts a tap out, the referee, while we didn't necessarily know all the rules, they could make decisions that would change everything. So, still being evasive here,
right.
Trying not to answer everything. I like that Jesse within it, while he's questioning Triple H, he then turned to the crowd and went like, did he hit him with a chair? And the whole crowd told him like, yes, he did. He's like, I didn't see you. But now I'm not going to not watch you.
And now Mrs. Foley's baby boys, little boys. Yeah,
he saw China.
Going to eject her. Eject her. Get her ass out of here.
Jesse rules.
But now, from behind, yep.
So yeah, it's still going. While it's not, it's the perception of like, well, the work rate of the moves wasn't super impressive or it wasn't different, but this is telling a massive story. Excitement's still going. The elements are happening. Like Triple H has lost his advantage.
And Austin is throwing him around the set.
That's the Lions Den match from earlier with the Shamrock and Blackman.
Right. I vaguely remember that happening. I don't think I ever saw it, but I remember
two of those ever. They're weird.
And they were trying to, pull the MMA thing in.
Yeah, but with weapons. So it's like, we didn't do this. Yeah, well, concuss yourself. So this will work out fine.
Battle of the tough guys.
Still going. If you're ringside, man, you've been having a great fucking time during this match.
I mean, yeah. Oh, playing up that injured knee.
No pinfalls yet. Whether that's a Jesse thing going, I'm not going down a bunch.
Right. Well, it's like you said too. I think so far everyone's been involved, so there hasn't been like an opportunity.
But if like that is his parameters of like, hey guys,
right? Yeah.
What a smart way to work around it.
Yeah. I'm not constantly getting up and down. He's like, I'll count with my foot.
Now Mankind coming back into play. He's in the other corner. I'd say staggering his way there, but that could be a jog for Foley at this point with his knees.
I always loved him in these dorky dad sneakers that he wears.
And Foley costumes for Halloween is just one of the easiest things to pull off.
Seriously.
Especially for me. In my closet, it's like, I got it.
All you need is an uncle. Or in your case, you.
Yeah, all I need is a me.
And now the double team has turned. Now it's Triple H and Mankind working together.
And great even by Austin. He's being thrown against the ropes and his knee's fucked up and he's acknowledging the pain as he's being thrown against his will. But your body still somehow runs.
Oh, that's fun. Uh-oh. And then there's his first pin attempt. Triple H was like, what are you doing? Oh, somebody cursed. I had heard a beat.
Yeah, that's Triple H. What the fuck are you doing?
No, I said that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Ooh. Oh, geez Louise.
Didn't do the hangman's clothesline, but boy, it sure seemed like he's thinking about it.
It seemed in that moment like, oh, fucking son of a bitch. It seemed like in that moment, Mick was trying to do something that didn't work. Almost like he was trying to get his arm caught in the ropes or something.
I think he was bracing himself to not go all the way over.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Because he knew he was going to do that moments later.
All right, you might be right. That's how good Mick is.
Because he knows how to...
Mick is just so chaotic that everything looks great. Because it's like, I think he meant to do something. No, he's just crazy. Oh, Austin Austin, a reminder why wrestlers always had long hair. Trying to call spots in his match. Cover my face, boy.
Because you got Jesse there. That's not ringside security. That's a fucking cop. There's their security, but yeah, they got cops.
Yeah, it looks like it. And now Mick getting involved, so everybody's outside.
This is fucking. I'm sure the cops and security are like, you got to be fucking kidding me that you're doing this.
Gonna go for.
We got the governor in the fucking ring. What are you doing?
Big back body drop on the concrete. And wee. Triple H is really pissed at those cables were there. I'll tell you that much. He was not expecting that landing. He was like, son of a bitch. Well, there's clearly no count out. Whether or not there's DQ for weaponry, there's definitely no count out because.
Well, count out doesn't, can't like he's doing a championship match. Why count out?
Sure, that's fair.
To what he had sum up like what he had said a little bit earlier is like you can do whatever you want to each other outside of the ring, but it ends in the ring.
It's gonna end here. Yep.
So that's just getting us closer
and I love, by the way,
winner.
Here's another example of like they all get back in the ring at roughly the same point. They're all getting to their feet at roughly the same point. Triple H didn't sit outside and wait for 4 minutes.
And Crocodile, like you said. And by Crocodile, well, you're doing a visual, so it's the crocodile eyes that peer up over the water.
You know what might be a better example of it, instead of calling it crocodiling, which is what I've always called it in wrestling, but Wilson from Home Improvement. Remember the neighbor? Always behind the fence?
Oh, I thought you meant the volleyball.
No. Wasn't that his name? Wilson behind the fence on Home Improvement?
Yeah.
It was his neighbor? Yeah.
That's Tom Hanks' his friend.
That's what they all look like.
But you're to equate it to wrestling. You're talking about the wrestler just above the ring apron, waiting for their moment.
Yep. Looking, goes for the pedigree, but nope. Picks the legs, going to turn this into not a Boston Crab. He's going to slingshot him into Mankind. That's fun. Oh,
it's chaos!
Man. What a great era for JR too.
Yeah.
Oh, the way that he took that stunner. Oh my God. 1, 2. Look at the absolute confidence.
Here you go.
Yeah. I told you about that. What is he going to do? He's going to hit him again with it. Tested.
No, now he hit Mankind.
Yeah, no. That's I'm sorry.
He hit
Austin. Time was Austin. Yeah. It's a both, but nope. Not gonna count for him. Oh, that's so good. So good. This is how you get around it. This is how you get around those bad rules you wrote.
From the man who coined the term, win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat.
He's just toying with him. He went over like he was gonna count and then waved. Like a matador.
The crowd like, no, chant for me. A lot of bullshit's going back and forth.
Oh, you gonna hit him?
You gonna hit me? I'll fucking hit you back.
Yeah. I'm not Mike Chioda. Oh, what's Shane O'Mac? The boss's son. You do your job.
I told him, make it very clear for the crowd, even if they can't hear him.
And they're chanting. The audience is all over Shane O'Mac. The asshole chants.
Austin.
And a big stunner for Shane, taking the pop. Doing the Scott Hall stunner.
So Austin telling him, why don't you throw his ass out?
Yeah.
And Jesse just milking it a little bit more, asking the crowd, like, is that what you want?
Yeah, Jesse's.
So here you go. There's 2 things going to happen at once here, Jake.
Whoop. Oh. Wait, whoa. Hey, Austin flies over the ropes. He's stuck off camera slightly.
So
Austin is stuck in the ropes right now.
Yeah, so there's 2 things that happen there. Like the hilarious moment of Jesse leaning over and saying, that's for your old man, you bastard.
Right.
And Austin was leaning too, but then falls and gets caught in the ropes.
He does what I thought Mankind was trying to do him to himself earlier.
But it's all his legs, and with his braces, he's like, he can't do anything. So Triple H has to come yank him out.
A decent save, at least. Yeah, he's pissed right now. He's like, God damn it. He's hiding my face from a camera.
But it still works in the wild, crazy Austin that he is. Like, he's going to do something too. And then, shit.
But now Ventura's counting. Like, he's going to double count both of them so that Mankind gets to win. Because even though you can't, you might not be able to DQ one person, but you can name one person a victor.
Exactly.
So as long as they're both down, yeah.
You see the magic of there can be rules in multi-man matches?
Yeah. Oh, he goes for a left-handed sockless mandible claw and a low blow. Low blow into a pedigree. But no, oh my God.
Into a clothesline.
That clothesline looked so nice from that angle.
Mm-hmm.
They don't always look so good from behind. But that one looked real good. This also seems like more of your like, let's do some stuff where I just count standing. Like, I don't feel like
you got the crowd going. They're like, why are we counting? Because something may happen, man. Can you imagine being this excited to watch your governor at an event doing something? That you want your governor to punch whoever it is in the face. You want your governor to throw the child of the guy who owns the venue.
So from what I saw there from previous is that Foley trusts Triple H to break a pin up more than Triple H trusts Foley. Because when Foley was on the ground and Triple H came in with that chair, Foley was just head up looking the other way, just like, well, if he doesn't break it up, I'm getting pinned here, and that's how the match ends. Whereas in that instance, Triple H was on the ground looking up like, is Foley coming? Where are you coming? Are you coming? Come on, I got to kick out of this if you're not here in time. Big pedigree.
Who do you think wins?
I don't know. I feel like Austin wins here. I don't remember, to be honest with you. I think Austin retains. Or it seems like the kind of thing maybe Triple H gets a big heel victory even. Oh, no. Oh, never mind. Just I was talking through it.
I loved it. You tried to talk through every scenario and you didn't even get to the one to cover your ass.
There we go.
And Triple H didn't make it in time.
No, not at all.
But he got in the stunner. Foley capitalizes for his third and final
World Championship.
WWF Championship.
Wow. I mean, the fans are into it.
They saw a championship change. They saw their governor beat the fuck out of people.
They saw him throw Shane McMahon out of the ring.
Mansplain to a woman.
They saw him cause Stone Cold to get caught up in the ropes like a little kitty cat stuck in a bush. There's something about Ventura walking out with him that's kind of humorous to me. Like, all right, fuck it. My job's over. We're done. I'm out of here. Whatever happens next, I don't care about. Raise his hand and get the fuck out. Although, this would be the moment for him to come back out now. Oh, he's like, keep your leg still. I'm trying not to hurt you.
Keep it still. Keep it still. Ow. But Triple H is now furious. Not having it.
And out, China comes back. Lesser powered referees. We got Hebner. Zakioda.
Well, they work there full time. They're like, I guess I got to do something.
All right. I mean, is this just a setup to bring Ventura back out? Because that's what it feels like. Or unless there's another player at another person at play here, character who's going to come make the save. Or nobody does.
Oh, you talking like X-Pac? Or Crash Holly? Or Midian?
I was hoping more of maybe the BWO.
Wrong company, bro.
Wait, what? No, they were in WWF for a little while. Blue Meanie?
Not in 1999.
No, sure. And there it is. It's just that. Oh, wait a minute. Was that Sarge? Who was that?
Yep.
Oh, Sarge. Tried to get up there. He was like, I Ventura might be fancy, but I'm up here too, guys. I'm still here. I'm involved. Lost it. Oh, I saw a laser pointer. Oh, God, I hated the laser pointer era.
Yeah, not great.
Not great.
So you got your ellipses, you got your to be continued. For your next night on Raw, you got a new champion in Mankind.
Yep.
Jesse. Well, let's get into your thoughts. What did you think of this match?
That's super fun. Super great. And I do, like I said, the Ventura of it all is what makes it, right? Because it's, like I said, ultimately at the end of the day, Triple H knew he wasn't going to get DQ'd. So the threat of Ventura is a blind one, of him being like, oh, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. And so as a viewer, we go like, oh yeah, Ventura, we like that he's being tough and brassy, but at the end of the day, he can't do anything because there's no DQ and because it is a triple threat match. And then
but he also can't.
The turn
you could throw the competitor out
of the, well, I mean, I don't know. Is that, you say that like it's a thing that we've seen or talked about before.
I have. Because why couldn't you?
I don't know, because it's all made up.
Like if someone shoots someone, you go, all right,
sure,
that's a fine.
Whatever. I don't know. Let me get to my point. The point I'm trying to make is, as a viewer, we're led to believe these are all no DQ matches. Nothing can happen. So Ventura is in there and he's jaw-jacking, and we want to be like, yeah, he's not going to put up with your shit. But then he kind of gets away with this shit until he doesn't count for him. And then you go, oh, that's where his power lies. His power lies in like, sure, I'm not going to DQ or I can't DQ you, but I also don't have to count when you hit somebody with a chair. And that is so rewarding. It's so like emotionally rewarding for, you know, the heel Triple H to really get his comeuppance in that way. Fantastic.
That is why I love the special referee mode in any video game, because you do have that power and you can go, I'm not counting for you.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't want you to win the title.
Yeah, it's real fun. That's a fun match. And
I love this match a lot. It's super fun. All the elements at play, like everybody, like you said, they're so popular. Everybody gets a moment. Foley gets a championship win.
Shane's involved. He gets a big bump.
There was a lot of speculation at the time because there was a lot of rumors about Austin, where previously it's Austin didn't want to work with Jarrett because he didn't like him.
Oh,
Austin didn't want to lose the title to Triple H because he didn't like him. Because then Austin gets injured with a neck injury shortly hereafter. Like at SummerSlam, we have him getting hit by the car, who turned out to be Rikishi driving. And it was more about, look, we want to put the title on Triple H, but Jesse Ventura is reffing the match. And we can't have, like, this is also Jesse chiming in, like, I can't have a bad guy win on my watch as the governor, and this is being covered by the media. This doesn't work. It's Austin retaining or it's Mankind winning. It can't be the bad guy and with him cheating at all. Like it doesn't fly. So Foley gets a default win. Next night, Triple H challenges for the title, gets the title the following night on Raw. Short title reign for Foley, but you know, he gets
the third and final.
He gets his stat, as he always likes his stats for all of his intros and everything. And I like it. I'm always a Foley fan, and
and he's,
you know, being able to sneak one in.
He's a good person to throw in there too, because he immediately gets like there's an audience connection with him where he's always the perpetual underdog, and so to have him be the one who can take the title out of the feud between those two men, so that they can continue on without the title, but not make it feel like that was the only reason Foley was there. Because there are some times where you have these three-way matches and it's like, all right, well, they're doing this to put the title on a guy to get these two guys someplace else, or so that somebody doesn't have to lose. You know, he's there so that neither one of these
guys... He's there to lose.
Yeah, exactly. And this
he's there to win?
Exactly. Yep. It's
because that's what your brain was doing. You're going, well, okay, well, Austin keeps it. Or maybe I guess Triple H would get it. But,
I didn't.
Shit, he won. All right.
There was zero plan that I thought Mick Foley would win this. I thought for sure it was going to be one of those two.
And I fucking love Jesse. He's amazing. He's fun. He's different. And And even in this era where he's old school at this point, and what this was, he's bringing back something and adding more to it. And at the time, like, he's getting mainstream attention on them,
right?
Which was huge, criticized or not. Look what the governor of Minnesota did. He got back in a wrestling ring for SummerSlam with these three guys, and it's wild.
Yeah.
I know Tyson shit's always talked about, and I'm not saying this is bigger than that, but this is certainly wild.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. And the crowd, just look at it. They were raucous for sure.
Those are Minnesota people.
Yeah.
Who knew they could get that loud?
Oh, they got loud, don't you know?
Fucking Timberwolves, I tell ya.
Well, there you have it, everybody. 3 free Watch-Along Wednesdays. You didn't even have to pay $1. Didn't even have to pay a top dollar.
You may have let your credit card slip and decline in all this time, and that's why we're not reading out the Patreon Palski names this week. Because, hey, it's the holidays, and you might have overspent, you might have done this and that. So since we're recording so early for this to take the time off, we don't have the updated list because there might have been 6,000 people that just signed up. It's like, well, how are we going to get all those names in? We got to hire the Micro Machines guy.
Could you imagine? I will say we haven't not really talked about that. And maybe it's that thing where if you bring an umbrella, it'll rain. You know, we're like, if you buy some
Taco Bell, you're going to poop?
Do we say, like, how many patrons is too many patrons to list names at the end of an episode? Like, if we were to ever get to like 100 patrons, I mean, honestly, 50 even seems like a lot.
Well, the first thing we do is we're dropping a Retribution name or a Maximum Male Model name. Like,
right.
It's like,
right.
You have it. It's there.
Right.
We'll keep it in a list. And if we ever switch from one faction to the other, but that immediately gets dropped. Like, I'm not reading fucking multiple names for everybody for all of time.
We're trying to find some new incentives to get more people to join the Patreon. We have some really exciting thing involving Watch Along Wednesday that is coming up in just a couple of weeks here to make the show even more enjoyable for some of you. We're trying to do the best we can. I think maybe just telling people that if they join the Patreon, you'll get to listen to Scott be forced to read so many names that it will become misery for him might be an incentive.
Could be. They might be an ex of mine, and they're like, "Yeah, how do I make him hurt more?"
Well, listen, everybody. Once again, Happy New Year to you all. We hope you had a fantastic holiday season. Scott and I assure you, we've done everything we can to enjoy this much-deserved week off. But we will be back next week.
That is a threat
for our annual-ish Championship of Champions, where we will book a fictional tournament of all of the current pro wrestling champions.
Unlike real wrestling that are booked, you know.
What do you mean? Oh, I see what you're saying.
Real.
Yeah, I get what you know what I mean. If we're doing fantasy booking. We're going to do a fantasy Forbidden Door tournament.
Jake loves this shit. He loves the tournament.
Especially because I don't know anybody, so I'm just making up who I think they are based on their photos. It's fantastic.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna want to be there for that. We will be recording that episode live for the patrons on January 7th. So join us January 7th live. Keep your eye out on the Patreon if you want to tune in live and chime in with who you think should win the matchups and why Scott and I and our booking decisions are wildly wrong. You're not going to want to miss it. It is a contentious episode, to say the very least, but it's always fun to do. So we'll be doing that.
No,
next
this giant white guy's better. No.
So we'll be doing that next week. That'll be once again live in the main feed.
Jump in our Discord is for up-to-date scheduling of if there's changes and stuff like that, and just general chatting and having fun with wrestling. That's our Discord. It is posted everywhere that you can find our social media stuff or our website or any of that. So it's free to join. There's an app as well of Discord if you do that, but it's free. It's nothing weird about it. Even I understand it. So it's great. It's a great place to join and be involved in the community.
And now that the holidays are over, you're sitting on all that sweet cash that Nana sent you. Well, great place to spend that is over at the shop at pwpalskis.com. There are fantastic hats. You've got mugs. There's hoodies, shirts, great phone cases, tons of really fantastic stuff over in the shop. And every purchase goes a really long way in helping us keep the lights on here at the PWP program. So please consider checking out the shop. Snag yourself some sweet
Jake is in a
merchandise.
darkened room right now, so
Yeah,
you better hurry.
All I have is this little LED light, and it's flickering. Once again, you can find the shop at pwpalskis.com. There you can also find a link to the aforementioned Discord, a link to the Patreon. Best way to support the show is the Patreon. You get so much for so little. There are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of material from bonus episodes, series, the Watchalong Wednesday, which there are just countless episodes, as well as there's videos there. You can count them. There's videos there. There tons of stuff. And of course, if you're feeling exceptionally gifty, then you become a championship tier Palski. And each and every month you are entered into our PWP Championship Battle Royal. We're not going to be picking a name of that today because, once again, we are pre-recording this, and it would not be fair to those who become patrons before January. So that's another thing we'll be doing next week, is naming our first PWP champion of 2024. Will Tim Redbeard, the official holiday champion, retain that title for the first time ever? Because we always give him credit for winning in December, but that also means he loses every single January. He's a loser.
Oh, man. He's a real paper champion, that guy.
So all of that and much more next week. I think that'll do it. You know all the stuff, guys. At PW Palskis on the socials. I'm at Jake Lloyd Bacon. He's at Scott Narver. Thank you guys so much for a fantastic year in 2023. We're so excited. 2024 is here. We got a lot of fun stuff in store. Because at the end of the day, it's always a blast hanging out with you, the Pro Wrestling Palskis.
Hey, thanks for listening to Dragon Wagon Radio. If you're enjoying this show, check out DragonWagonShop.com and get yourself some sweet merch while supporting your favorite indie podcast network. That's DragonWagonShop.com.
It's Dragon Wagon.